What up, guys? It's your boy LerdyWise back here again with another video. This time we're going to be doing a little movie review. Just a little movie review here. I just finished watching the Black Widow movie. I know I'm late. I'm hella late. I haven't seen any real like Marvel movies since Endgame. I know that's crazy, but it's true. And obviously I wanted to kind of watch them in the order that they came out. And Black Widow, well, actually, what, Far From Home? Is it Far From Home? Came after Endgame, which was pretty good as well. I could have did a review for that, but yeah, it is what it is. I just finished Black Widow last night. Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. Old guy from Stranger Things, and I don't know the mom's name. Shout out to all the actors involved. Shout out to the story. Like I thought it was a pretty good movie. Things that I liked about it, I like that it gave me like, first off, it gave me like Winter Soldier vibe. It kind of grounded itself in like being like secret agency secret agent like humans, like keeping it grounded, even though I guess Red Guardian was kind of like the Russian version of Captain America, so he was like he is considered like a super soldier, but we didn't really see him use a lot of his powers. Like, really, the only time we really saw, well, I mean, him scaling the prison and all that. So we got a few shots of it, but we didn't really get that, like, over, like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to rely on laser beams and flight and doing all this and all that. Don't get me wrong, it was a fair amount of CGI in it, to kind of amp things up, but it felt grounded. It didn't feel like it was just so reliant on superpowers and superhumans and stuff. So yeah, I like that, because Winter Soldier is by far my favorite Marvel movie that I've seen. Above Endgame, above Infinity War, above Black Panther. No offense to, you know what I'm saying? No offense. Wakanda Forever, but Winter Soldier just hit, bro. It had everything. It had the little bit of comedy, it had the action, it had the suspense, it had the mystery, it had the reveals, the twist. Like, it was just a good movie to me. That's like my favorite Marvel movie. But this gave me like Winter Soldier vibes, just because it felt very grounded. It felt very boots to the ground type movie. And I fuck with Black Widow. Black Widow is just, she hard. She go hard. Her sister Yelena, hard. You know what I'm saying? So I like that it gave that backstory to how Natasha just, you know what I'm saying, how she grew up, how she became who she was, like the whole Black Widow program, the Red Room shit. Like, I like that it, like, she been through some shit as a kid. Like, she been a top trained assassin since like a kid, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Even though it was through like some mind control and things like that, it showed what and how she became who she is, you know what I'm saying? I liked the family dynamic, the banter between the family members and stuff like that. Obviously, sarcasm, they throwing in a few jokes and stuff like that right there. Obviously, the dad is Alexei, or Red Guardian. He's supposed to be like the comedic relief as far as the characters go. You know how these character models are set up and stuff like that. So he was like the comedic relief. The action scenes were on point. I think my favorite action scene was probably her fighting her sister in that safe house, because they was really scrapping. You could tell that was just like some long pent up anger and like, hey, we got to get this off before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sisters fighting and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So they had to get that off. That was probably my favorite fight scene in the movie. My second favorite fight scene is probably when we first, like, I guess, get action from Taskmaster, when he ambushed her on the bridge and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. I think my favorite scene in the movie was the prison break, because it just went from him in the prison breaking old dude's arm, cracking jokes like, oh, I used to beat up Captain America all the time, and then it goes to him getting broken out of prison, the whole avalanche, and Natasha and Yelena just having their banter while the helicopter's getting shot at, Yelena shooting the rocket at the tower and shit. Just it was just a bunch of stuff going on, and it felt really good, action packed, but it still kept it clean. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but it just felt like a very clean scene, even though it was in like a dirty area, dirty spot, dirty kind of scene. You know what I mean? Dirty scenery. But I think that was my favorite scene. I do have like a favorite moment, and it's very tiny, but it was just so, like, I don't know. I was like, damn, that was kind of clean. It was the scene where Natasha, masked up as her mom, is walking through the air base or whatever like that, and she's walking past the widows training, and all the widows are just in their training, but they're all in sync, and they do the little ground knee move, spin, get back up, point the good. Like, it was just like all the girls were just in sync, and I was just like, damn, that's actually kind of clean. I know it's supposed to be like kind of like it's kind of messed up because they're under mind control, but they're like, they just got that shit on lock. I don't know who the girls were that they got acting at. I don't know whether they were like professional dancers or something like that, but they was just in sync. They was in sync. I thought that was like my favorite moment. Like just a small little moment scene type thing was just like, I was like, damn. I don't know. It was just in sync, and it was just all moving just smooth. I just thought that was really dope. I thought Taskmaster was cool. Obviously, I don't think that's not really like the real Taskmaster character. I don't know Taskmaster's like whole background and stuff like that. But to implement Taskmaster in that form was pretty clean. To make it revolve back to it being Black Widow's fault, and I think is that Black Widow's like main nemesis or something like that. I don't know. Leave that down in the comment. I don't know the comics and all that stuff so very well, but to tie it in like that, because I think in that Square Enix Avengers game or whatever, didn't like in one of the first fights that Black Widow fight in that game is Taskmaster. So just, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, okay. I just kind of like how they tied those two characters in and how they correlated, how they connected as far as like why Taskmaster is fighting Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? What else? I thought it was shot well. I felt the pacing was very well. I did kind of watch this movie broken up because I had started it on like a Saturday during the day. I was just trying to watch something while I was eating some food, and then I was going to hop off that and go do some other stuff. So I only watched like the first 30 minutes at that point, and then I just kind of watched like another 30 minutes at another point, and then I finished like the last hour like the other night because I was just like, all right, let me finish this. But I did watch it kind of broken up, but even watching it broken up like I did, it still felt as a complete whole, it still felt good and completed to me. I don't know whether the movie got a lot of flack when it first came out. I can't remember. I felt like it did, but for the most part, I felt like it was a pretty good movie. I don't know why it was getting some flack if it was. Actors did their thing. Obviously, Scarlett Johansson that's her last role as Black Widow, right? She did her thing, and she always does her thing as Black Widow. She always looks like a badass. You know what I'm saying? I love that Yelena kept teasing her about posing. Like, you're a poser or whatever and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty funny. And then she ended up posing when she was like running around the fucking airship or whatever. She did a pose and she was like, ugh, I don't like that. So I thought that was pretty funny. Like I said, the characters were good. I liked the dynamic of the characters. I felt like they meshed very well. It didn't feel forced or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I don't know Russian accents and Russian stuff like that. Most of the ideals or ideology that I have behind Russians or Russian language accents or anything like that is from TVs and movies. So if that's all I have to go by, because I don't know any real Russians in real life, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to get to know somebody from every nationality. If what I'm to go off of from like TVs and movies and stuff like that, I felt like the Russian accents weren't bad at all. They felt very natural to me. You know what I'm saying? Again, if that's all I got to go by, it felt very natural to me. But if some real Russians want to come and be like, nah, they fucked up here, here, and here, I'd be like, okay, I feel your point. But they sounded good in their Russian accents. It didn't feel forced to me. It didn't feel crazy or out of place. I liked it. You know what I mean? The mom was cool. It did kind of throw me for a loop there at the end. I thought she really turned them in, but then it showed the scene of them switching the mask and stuff, and I was like, oh, the mom trying to take them down too. Okay, that was clean. Another key moment that I liked is when Natasha fucking broke her nose to stop that pheromone blockage that all widows have. That was sick. She just boom, came back up and said, what now, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. As well. What else? I don't know. All around, man, I just thought it was a good movie. I thought it was really well, fairly grounded. And then, like, obviously it's a few things that's like, oh, how convenient. You know what I'm saying? But that's just movies, right? Movies always have something that's just like, oh, that's convenient. Or else you wouldn't be able to progress the story along, right? So, other than that, I don't know. I feel like it was a really solid film. Like, I definitely want to rewatch it again without breaking it up like I did just watch it from beginning to end. But I was also watching it on that damn couch in there, boy. And that couch in there, boy, that boy put me to sleep. That couch, boy, that's a good couch, boy. I be passing out over there, boy. You can ask my girl, boy. Boy, if it be after like 10 o'clock and I'm on that couch, I'm gonna pass out. All in all, if I'm rating this film, I'm going to give it about an 8.5-ish. Somewhere around there, 8.5-ish. That's what I'm gonna give it. I feel like I throw out a lot of 8s. I'm not gonna lie to you. My homie kind of brought that up to me when we were like reviewing albums and stuff, and I'm like, damn, I do throw out like quite a bit of 8s, but I'm easily entertained. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to really like entertain me. You'd really have to do some stupidity in your movies, music, all that for me to just be like, all right, man, throw this shit away. You know what I'm saying? I think I give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8 with a slight 8.5. I'll give it a solid 8, slight 8.5. Like I said, point off. It's hard to say why. It really, I don't know why. Like, because at that point, everything is like a 10 to me. So it's kind of like nothing's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in like perfect stuff. There's always going to be something that's missing. There's always going to be something that could be added. Could be this, that, and the third. So solid 8. Give me 8.5-ish. You know what I'm saying? My next film that I do have to watch is the, forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Is it Shang-Chi? Or because you know us as Negroes, Americans, whatever, we be like Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. But is it Shang-Chi or forgive me, but Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings? That's my next film that I'm watching. I think I started watching that last night, but it was late at night and I was sleepy, tired, so I probably watched like the first 30-40 minutes of it and then kind of like passed out on that couch. So give me time to watch that one. And like I said, I got a lot of Marvel movies to catch up on. A lot. Like I said, I ain't seen nothing since Endgame, bro. Nothing since Endgame. But now I've seen Far From Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, and now I've seen Black Widow, and I'm in the midst of watching Shang-Chi, or, you know, forgive me, and The Legend of the 10 Rings. But yeah, I just wanted to throw out like a little quick review, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm gonna do a review for every movie, but if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, if you fucks with my review, please leave a like. Do not leave a dislike. Please leave a comment down there somewhere for your boy. And please hit that subscribe button. And if you care to know when I upload a video, please hit that notification bell as well. And yeah, man, if you really enjoyed this, man, leave that like, man. For real. It really helps out with the algorithm. I know I'm late to the party when it comes to these Marvel movies, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, after Endgame, I didn't really want to spoil myself or get let down with anything else that's coming out. And I've been hearing bad things about what's been coming out with these Marvel movies. They ain't been hitting as much. And I know it's like when you hit that high point, especially you hit that high point with Endgame, I know it's hard to just match that, to continue to match that. So, but we'll see how I feel. I know people got their opinions, but this is my opinion. So anyway, I appreciate y'all checking out this video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. All right, appreciate y'all, love y'all. I'm out this hoe. Deuces.